Today, on Starfield Essentials, I review a paid creation that is becoming a bit of a lightning rod for those who dislike paid mods. This is Rideable New Atlantis Transit by Larann Kiar, available for 500 credits on Creations. I'll give an overview, warnings, and my conclusion. My name is Richard. Let's get started. Overview. Rideable New Atlantis Transit is an achievement-friendly creation. This creation does exactly what it says. It makes the NAT a real transit system. Your character can board it at any of the existing stations, spaceport, commercial, residential, or mast, and ride it to any other location. If you're wondering if someone already tried this, the answer is yes. A mod called the AlterNat Project by Chris G08 was last updated in October 2024. This mod was a great start, but it does not reach the level of functionality found in the new Rideable creation. AlterNat appears to be more of a proof of concept that still had challenges to address. With Rideable, these challenges appear to have been overcome. The NAT train itself looks awesome. It fits right in with the appearance of the original, except it actually works. The NAT train offers two modes. The first mode is the one I demonstrate throughout the video. Enter, pick a destination, and enjoy the ride. The second mode is similar to the vanilla game. Enter, pick a fast travel destination, and reappear at the new station. I'm glad that Larann Kiar preserved this capability for anyone who installs the creation but finds themselves in a hurry. I really enjoy how this mod shows off New Atlantis. When the weather is clear, it's a beautiful place to visit. In my recent Galactic Highway Network video, I showed how placing a road around New Atlantis also highlights the scale and aesthetics of the city. You can't see as much of New Atlantis when using the player character viewpoint in this new creation, but looking through the car transit windows, it's still enjoyable. This creation is also a technical achievement. As was demonstrated by AlterNat, it's not simple to take the skeleton that Bethesda built for the vanilla game and turn it into a full-featured transit system. Check it out right here. We're trying to go up in an elevator, and it works. If you analyze the NAT route, it changes elevation in several locations. There are two big elevators connecting the spaceport level to the higher city. There are smaller elevators in other locations too. The rideable system traverses these without a problem, more or less. That brings me to the next section of the video. Warnings. I drove around in the transit car for about 30 minutes. I did have the game freeze at one of the elevators. Otherwise, my journeys were all smooth. I wonder if the freeze might have had something to do with having companions in my party. I noticed that sometimes they had to spawn into the transit car, and they disappeared. And here we are, we've arrived at our first destination. This is so fun. The door opens, you go outside, and I think I'm now in the residential area. Now that I'm outside, we'll see my party members respawn. There's my Crimson Fleet captain just appeared. Astrid standing there waiting. We can walk up to the NAT and we can close the door. And I'll use this as an opportunity to show you something else that's fun about the transit system. There are no safety features on this system. You can open both doors while traveling and step outside if you want. Let's give that a try. That door is calling to me. Let's open the door and we'll step outside. Oh, quickly! Look at the train is leaving me behind. Luckily I stepped out at a spot where I could actually survive the fall, and I tried to jetpack back to the train and it disappeared. So here I am running along the track following it. And this is actually pretty cool. I hadn't paid too much attention to what the track looks like in New Atlantis, but as you can see, if you open the door and you step outside, the train will continue without you and eventually it will disappear. Now let's get to the heart of the matter with this creation. It costs 500 credits. Simply being a paid mod is enough to trigger some people. If you happen to find this video and you're not familiar with my sentiments on the matter, here they are. I personally do not have a problem with paid creations. To evaluate the creator position, Redditor Dorirter posted the following on September 30th, 2025. Question to creators of paid creations. Is it worth it? Creators responded overwhelmingly in the positive. They said that modders who sell their creations through the creation store receive far more compensation for their work than those who accept donations or donations points on Nexus mods. My stance has been that the decision to buy or not to buy is a personal one. Quick interruption here. If you are in the NAT, you can select the fast travel option and go directly to wherever it is you want to go. So just wanted to mention that because it came up in the video. Do I believe that the value I receive from the creation is equal to or greater than the cost? For example, I have no problem paying 1,000 credits for 10 handcrafted POIs packaged in Forgotten Frontiers 1 and 2 by Mad Monkey 119. If this Rideable NAT were the only mod I associated with Larann Kiar, I would probably not buy it for 500 credits. However, my conclusion: I am personally not that interested in riding around the NAT in New Atlantis. It's a fun feature, but it doesn't, by itself, offer enough to justify that price, in my opinion. However, I considered extenuating circumstances for this mod. Larann Kiar is one of my top 5 modders. On any day, they might be my favorite modder. If you don't play on PC, you might not be aware of the incredible contributions Larann Kiar has made to Starfield. To put it bluntly, Larann Kiar is doing the sort of deep technical work that only a handful of people in the world are willing and able to contribute to Starfield. The premier example is Starfield engine fixes. As of today, this library, I won't call it a mod because this Windows Dynamic Linked Library, or DLL, so deeply changes Starfield, has 44 enumerated changes. Larann Kiar has released over 130 versions of this library. There are associated files that can clean saves, or count mod indexes, or perform dozens of other useful functions. And this is only one mod in their portfolio. Another that has been a literal game changer is transfer spaceships across universes. As I showed in my video, Starfield News, share ship blueprints today. This mod lets you export and import ship blueprints. This is one of the holy grail features players want in Starfield, and Larann Kiar made it happen for PC players. A third mod by Larann Kiar that I use every day is Starware Search Engine. Anytime you see me searching for a location in the Star System menu, I'm using this mod. A fourth and final example is Cassiopeia Papyrus Extender, which extends the capabilities of the scripting language in Starfield. Other modders use this to bring new capabilities to the game. Larann Kiar has published 48 mods for Starfield on Nexus Mods, and I use about a third of them regularly. Larann Kiar has also published some creations, including a few other paid mods, but these have not proved as useful to me as the Nexus Mods releases. While I have donated to Larann Kiar on Nexus Mods, I think buying a fun creation like Rideable Transit is another completely appropriate way to support their work. If you don't want to, that's fine. But if you choose to attack people who publish or purchase paid creations because it doesn't align with your personal philosophy, that's not fine. With the information in this review, and others, players can make better buying decisions. I'm glad that we have the option to choose to play with or without mods, and with or without paid mods. And as a single-player game, the choice any one of us makes does not affect other players. If you think paid mods are driving out free mods, there's a simple solution. Start publishing your own free mods. Every modder was a beginner once. If it's that important to you to have free mods, start learning, start coding, and start releasing. Thank you, Larann Kiar, for your work. And thank you to all my subscribers. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content. Special thanks to all channel members. I hope you're enjoying our private Discord server. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. There's no obligation. I use your contributions to pay for drives or captured footage, and to buy creations, like this one, to review. What have you been doing in Starfield? Your insights make this channel a place for positive and honest discussions of the game. In addition to videos, I also post to the community tab for the channel on a daily basis. If you subscribe, you'll see these posts in your YouTube feed. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the phrase, "All aboard!" Also, remember to ring the bell icon and select all notifications. Check out my other videos, and please tell your friends about the channel. My name is Richard. I will see you in the Starfield.